Welcome to CEO Book Club. Y'all, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, if you don't know who I am, my name is Felicia Jarrell, and I'm so excited to have you here. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, share button, and at the end of this, don't forget to leave me a comment because I love engaging with you guys and getting to know you guys. Now that we are, I think at this moment, we're about 10 or 11 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Cue the confetti, okay? I'm so excited because I wanted to start a CEO book club right here on my channel. Now, what is a CEO book club? Well, essentially, one of the things that I have done with my business, Gold Mine and Cocoa, over the years is share books that I'm currently reading with my community. Whether they are self-help books, productivity books, time management books, growing your business, gaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, those are the type of books that I read. Eventually, at some point in life, I don't know when, I may veer off every now and again to some level of fictional, but I'm definitely one of those people that the fiction has to be aspirational as well. Sue me. So I wanted to share with you guys one of the most recent books that I have read that have been game changing for me and talk about them, give you some book recommendations, and then also talk to you about the next few books that I am planning on reading, okay? So girl, if you're ready to dive in, grab your water, child, grab your popcorn, and let's get down to business. So the very first book that I want to talk to you guys about is 10X is Easier Than 2X. This book is actually by the authors Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. And I have read just about every book that they have come out with together, except for I think the last one that I have to finish, and then I can say I've read all of them to date that I know of that they've written together, The Gap in the Game. And I pretty much understand the gist of The Gap in the Game because of this book here. So 10X is Easier Than 2X. I picked this book up, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And I didn't start reading on it until probably May or so of this year. But y'all, it took me forever to actually get to the finish line because we were moving, we were closing up the warehouse, we were going to the fulfillment center, we were getting adjusted to life, you know, all those things. But I was so determined to finish this book, and I'm so glad I did because this book is exactly what it says it is. It is meant to reshape the way that you think, to reframe your mindset into understanding that going 10X is so easier than going 2X. And the gist of the book is literally the reminder that you need to let go of the 80% that's holding you back and focusing on the 20% that's going to propel you forward, whether that's relationships, whether that's clients, whether that's, you know, business relationships, whatever it is, family, friends, like, let go of that stuff. Let go of 80%. So there have been times in my business where I have made some really tough decisions to pivot because I focused on the 20% instead of the 80%, right? So hearing the noise of people saying, well, I want this sticker pack or this sticker book or this planner or this, or I want it this way or that way. But they were, not to say low value customers, but as far as revenue wise, they were not bringing in the revenue that was going to sustain the company. So I started to really research my 20% of customers, my VIP customers, the customers that spend the most or engage the most or promote the brand the most. What do those customers need? What do I have that solves a problem, that provides a solution for them in the most convenient way? Because that's what they're asking for from me. And so oftentimes, obviously, anytime you're going through a change or transition, you're met with a little slope, and then you weather the storm, you ride the wave, and eventually it's gonna always pick back up. So I have just learned that. And so reading 10X is Easier Than 2X, especially during a season where I felt like everything was slowing down. I felt like, where are my customers? Why aren't people purchasing as often, as fast as I need them to? Obviously the economy, the fear with the election, all those things were playing a role. But it was just like, you carry that weight, you carry that stress where you think it's all you. You're the sole reason that this thing isn't happening and all of that stuff. So It was just learning that, no, I'm doing the right thing. Let go of the 80% and focus on the 20%. Let go of the things that are holding you back so that you can propel yourself 10 times faster. So that is why I recommend that this book should be a staple in every single person's library out there in the world that understands the value of information being in a book. And it's something that you can read. Girl, you see I got tabs. Like, I got tabs with notes on the side, because this is a book that I'm always going to refer to and reference for years and years and years to come. Now, one of my other favorite books, which is actually by a big YouTuber, Ali Abdul. He started off as a medical student, a doctor, and then he went from being a doctor to being like this YouTube guru, right? Where he focused on like productivity and things like that. So he learned how to merge his study of the brain with productivity and all of this. So he came out with a book. It was called Feel Good Productivity. Y'all, I love this book so much. This book has changed the game about how I view what exactly is being productive, right? Like, as someone who runs a stationery company, who teaches about planning and system building and all of those things, you can get lost in the sauce and feel like productivity equates to having a long to-do list. That is not the case. Productivity is learning to do what feels good. What can you get done? What do you need to delegate? How does your brain work? You know, so that you can actually accomplish some goals. And so reading Feel Good Productivity really helped me to hone in on, like, you need to start doing things that feel good in order to be productive, like merging the art of play with the art of work and doing business and all of those things. And I 100% recommend this book. He is the productivity expert, and then probably myself. But no, he is the productivity expert, you guys, and I just love everything. One of my favorite things in his book, and I'll show you what that is that he asks the question where he says, will this matter in 10 minutes? Will this matter in 10 weeks? Will this matter in 10 years? And basically he was saying every time that you're like in a moment where you're feeling frustrated and you're just like, I don't know what to do, or you don't know how to move forward, or you know, you get stuck on something, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 minutes? Will it matter in 10 weeks? Will it matter in 10 years? And you will be amazed at the 80% of things that don't. you will be amazed, and it will shift the way that you look at what actually being productive is for you in your life. And let me tell you, these kind of go hand in hand. Now the last one, because productivity guru here, I read was Slow Productivity. Do you get where I'm going with this, sis? So like, one of my goals, especially for this last year and moving forward, has been about learning how to work less and earn more. As a young black girl, growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, growing up around powerful, dynamic black women, black families, just black people in general, you're kind of taught to be a hustler. You learn how to hustle, but you never get taught how to slow down and enjoy the fruits of your labor, how to slow down and let your money work for you, how to slow down and spend time freedom with your family, with, you know what I'm saying, your partner, your spouse, all of those things. You don't really get taught that aspect. And so one of the things that I have been extremely adamant about learning is how to ease into my day, how to slow down so that I can speed up, how to do less and earn more. Like, I want to have a full life, a robust life. And I don't want all of my life to always be about, I'm working. I'm building an empire. And then when I'm on my deathbed, I didn't enjoy any of it. Okay? Nobody got time for that, because y'all do know, like, we die at the end of this story. All of us. So one of the things that I have been really, really focused on was Slow Productivity. There's another book, I didn't bring it with me here, but it's called Chill and Prosper. So just continuously reading books that reiterate the message of it's okay to take time for you. It's okay to rest. It's okay to slow down. Rest is essential. It's okay to put that thing on your to-do list, move it over to tomorrow unless it's urgent. It's okay to use the Eisenhower matrix and figure out what to delegate, what you don't have to do, but it can still get done. And so learning all of those things, and I feel like this is what you would call the icing on the cake of this trio when it comes to reading books. If that's something that you want to focus on in this next year of your life, start with these right here. These are going to be your best friends, okay? So those are I love them, I read them, they will be in my library forever books. 2 books that I'm currently getting ready to start reading with Gold Mine and Coco, because we're doing the 90-day glow up challenge together and all of that. We've already read 2 books. Now we're diving into 2 more. Are Essentialism, and this one is by Greg McKeown. Y'all, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. But it's by Greg, okay? So Essentialism is, again, about getting more done in less time. And I chose this book because it's for a community of planners and stationery lovers and organizers and people that love time management and all of those things. That is who it's for. So I felt like it would be a great book for all of us to read, and just learning the difference between what's essential and necessary and what you can really just let go of and breathe a little bit. So some of the questions he asks on the back is, have you ever found yourself stretched too thin? Hello. Are you often busy but not productive? Do you feel like your time is constantly being hijacked? Girl, hell yes! So if you need a book to read that focuses on those things, go pick up Essentialism. I'm listing everything for you in my Amazon storefront. So if you have not already followed my Amazon storefront, definitely do so. I have a library section there. So when I'm done reading books and I think they're really good and you could probably add them to your library or pick them up from the library or pick them up from Barnes & Noble or Amazon or wherever, I add them there, okay? So I will link this in my Amazon if you want to pick it up and read it along with us. That's something you could do. I would love to chat with you guys about all of these books in the comments. Let me know some book suggestions. Have you read any of these books? What were your aha moments and takeaways from the book? Like, tell me all the things, because I really be responding to y'all. It's me, sis. It's me. And the last book that we're going to read together is actually called Big Magic. It's by Elizabeth Gilbert. This author, she wrote Eat, Pray, Love. So if you read Eat, Pray, Love and you love Eat, Pray, Love, this is another book by her, which is called Big Magic. And it's something that I just felt like for all the girlies that understand what Eat, Pray, Love was, and about exploration and about finding yourself and owning who you are, I felt like Big Magic was just going to be a motivational and inspirational book for us to read going into the new year. So we're reading this book next together. But I'm not done, sis. I didn't stop there, okay? I hid something from you because, girl, I got some Amazon deliveries, okay? I told you I love books. I told you this. So if you come this way and you want to talk about some reading, okay, and we talking about getting somebody, being somewhere, waking up and paying attention, do it here. Oh, this is actually my good night tape. This is my mouth tape. I recently started using mouth tape because, girl, I did not want to do the CPAP machine, and it has been phenomenal, y'all. So commercial break, pause for the cause. If you're somebody that's dealing with snoring, heavy snoring, you know, some of us do snore like grizzly bears. If you deal with dry mouth, like waking up in the middle of the night, dry mouth. And let me tell you what's really been interesting. When I use the mouth tape, I don't wake up 2-3 times a night to go to the bathroom. Just saying. Try it out. I'll link it for you. So let's see what's in here, because now I don't trust these packages. I'm thinking my books are coming in. Okay. We got a couple of books. So here are 2 of the books. This is another book. So, oh, girl, no, I didn't buy 2 books twice. 1, 2, 3. These are more than likely going to be my Q1 books for 2025. First one is actually called The Plan. It's by Kendra Adachi. So on the back it says, if productivity systems tend to let you down, reading the plan will be such a relief. And basically this author here, she was basically saying that all of the books about time and productivity and all those are written by men. And they don't know our lives. They don't know what we're dealing with. They don't know what we're going through. So how they gonna tell us how to plan and be productive? I like the approach, so I picked up the book. So on the back it says, most time management books leave you feeling inadequate, focusing on greatness and optimization. True. But what if you want to simply live your life without chasing productivity at every turn? Is there a way to manage your time without being at its mercy? Absolutely, and the plan will show you how. So in her signature kind big sister style, Kendra Adachi offers a fresh take on managing your time using the memorable acronym PLAN. You will learn to prepare, live, adjust, and notice. Like a lazy genius, all through the lens of what matters to you in your current season. Oh, I love the book already. Pick it up so we can read it together in January. Let me know, drop down in the comments if you would join me in reading this book. And maybe we'll do like a live book discussion, like a Zoom live or something like that, and review the book together. I recently came across a reel or a TikTok or a short, one of them short videos. And I was listening to this man and he was talking about the author, Madam Gladwell. And he said something that was really profound and it sparked something and it made me like run to Amazon. When I say I ran to Amazon, leaps, bounds, hop, skips to Amazon. And I grabbed every book by author Madam Gladwell that I could find because I was so intrigued by what that reel was about. And so the first book is David and Goliath. And so it's underdogs, misfits, and the art of battling giants. So this is the first book here. And so, I mean, based off the title, I already know that it's going to be lessons learned from the story of David and Goliath in the Bible, where he challenges how we think about obstacles and disadvantages and just offering a new perspective of what it means to be discriminated against or suffer or lose a parent and all those things. So I just think this will be a great book for me to read. The next one by the same author is The Tipping Point. So this is about how little things can make a big difference. So I'm excited to read this one as well. So this is the magic moment when an idea, trend, or social behavior crosses a threshold, tips, and spreads like wildfire. So just as a single sick person can start an epidemic of the flu, so too can a small but precisely targeted push cause a fashion trend, the popularity of a new product, or a drop in the crime rate. So this is just a best-selling book by him called The Tipping Point. And as a business owner, I feel like this book can be extremely valuable to me, especially since they have us all in this rat race of trying to go viral, trying to be viral, trying to find that magic moment that can just propel us forward and all of that. And you get to a point where you're like, I just want to do something that I love with people that I love and live a good, well-planned life. And so I'm excited to read this book to see what he says about that topic. Now, some kind of way I ended up with two of these. It sounds like me, okay? If I showed you some of the duplicates, you'd be like, girl, do you not check your Amazon cart? No, I fill it up and check out, okay? So this book right here is called Outliers. I think this was his first book, if I'm not mistaken. I could be lying. It may not be his first book, but it's like his #1 best-selling book, and it's about the story of success. And so this book says, in understanding successful people, we have come to focus far too much on their intelligence and ambition and personality traits. Instead, Malcolm Gladwell argues in Outliers, we should look at the world that surrounds the successful, their culture, their family, their generation, and their experiences of their upbringing. Along the way, Gladwell reveals what the Beatles and Bill Gates have in common, the reason you've never heard of the smartest man in the world, why almost no star hockey players are born in the fall, and why, when it comes to plane crashes, where the pilots are born matters as much as how well they are trained. I'm excited about this book. So the lives of outliers, people whose achievements fall outside normal experience, follow a peculiar and unexpected logic, and in uncovering that logic, Gladwell presents a fascinating and provocative blueprint for making the most of human potential. So I'm excited to read it. We'll have to read it together. And then he also wrote The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. It's called Blink. So this is what this one looks like. And so in this one, he revolutionizes the way we understand the world within. So he draws on neuroscience and psychology to reveal the difference between good decision making and bad has less to do with how much information we process than with our ability to focus on a few particular details. So he shows how we can all become better decision makers in our homes, offices, and everyday life. And as a founder, as someone who manages other people, who pays other people, all of those things, I'm always looking and trying to find ways to be a better leader and a better decision maker. So for those of us, get Blink. And last but not least, girl, I'm finna let you go, I promise. The last book that I got by him was Talking to Strangers, What We Should Know About the People That We Don't Know. Now, who do you think this book was for? Why do you think that I feel inspired to get this one? Because of you. Essentially, I am opening up my world to strangers every single day. And I wanted to learn how to better talk to strangers, how to better present myself to the world, how to relay the message that I'm trying to get out, all of those things. So I'm excited about this book as well. I'm excited about all the books. Books are my best friends. Books and music, I will say. So a lot of times when people say, oh, entrepreneurship is so lonely, it's lonely at the top, and I always be like, girl, I got my books. I'm never lonely. Like, I got Jesus and books. What I need to be lonely for? So if you are down for the CEO Book Club, I definitely want you to, one, get on my newsletter. Y'all know I have a Sunday newsletter that goes out every Sunday where I recap my week. I tell you all of the little moments of joy that I had in those weeks, what I didn't plan for and how it worked out. I invite you into my world. I love to do community spotlight. I link LTK stuff. I might share exclusive stuff with you in that newsletter, and also things like this, like here's what I'm reading this week. You should join in too. So definitely dive off into my newsletter. Drop down in the comments, let me know if you want to see more reviews on books, if you want to be a part, if you want to do the loud book club discussion. Girl, I want to know all the things. Let me know all the things. But I'm about to let you get out of here. Just don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye.